Just a question for you guys. Do you guys ever experience anything like those sleep paralysis where you're unconscious but at the same time you're conscious? Next one is, have you ever get physically attacked by, I would say, unseen force? And out of nowhere you had like bruises, scratches, anything like that. Have you guys ever experienced those before? If you guys have, stay tuned for what I'm about to tell you about my experiences of all those that I just said earlier. So I'm back, guys. Hi, is everyone feeling alright today? I'm Sherry and welcome back, welcome to my channel. So today I'm actually feeling a bit sick, but yeah, a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. So in today's video, as I mentioned in my previous video, I'll be talking about my haunted experiences. And so before I continue telling about my haunted experiences, let me have a coffee break. Okay, I actually had a few times of sleep paralysis before. The first time was actually pretty, I did this at home, in my home, in this home. So the first time is actually pretty, I would say, pretty scary for me because it's the first, and I honestly didn't know what to do because I can't move, I can't speak, I can't shout out to my family to help me out. After that, when I can move and when I can shout, I actually shout my mom out, like, and then I heard my mom running down from the staircase and coming to me, and I ended up sleeping with her. Yeah, it was a scary experience for me, and after that I still have those sleep paralysis. However, I didn't feel as scared anymore because I can overcome it already. So every time I have those sleep paralysis, I'll just let it be. Like, I literally just let it be. I'll pray in my heart because I can't pray out loud. So I'll just pray in my heart. Like, somehow it just relieves. And actually a few times of my sleep paralysis, I actually saw, like, you know how my eyes can still open, right? So I tried to open my eyes a bit, and when I opened my eyes a bit, that's when I saw this, I would say, goblin look-alike. Not like those Dobby kind of goblin, but like just a goblin look-alike, and literally was just sitting on top of me, like pressing me down, like legit, like. So yeah, I had that before. Okay, this is the two that I always saw, which is the goblin thing that I just said, and the other one is a ghostly kid. It's a little girl, but at the same time, you know, in our terms it's like Pontianak, but it's like a small one, like a small ghostly kid of a Pontianak. Yeah, so that's my sleep paralysis experiences, and most of it actually happened in my home. So yeah, I don't know if my home is haunted or I am being hunted by all these things, okay, because none of my family ever have those experiences in my home, in this home. So yeah, I think I'm just the special one, I guess. I actually have another experiences of me falling asleep while watching TV. Again, it's such a common thing now that it's something that I do, okay, and I just don't know how to. I sleep well if I watch something before I sleep. Okay, my second experience is that I actually had a dream. Okay, it's like a dream, but it felt so real because the dream that I had in that situation was the exact same when I woke up and look around. So yeah, I was sleeping in my living room, right? And then there's this male with a fedora hat. It's not like a fedora hat, you know, the magic hat, the one where they pull a rabbit out of it. Yeah, like that kind of hat. So it's a male silhouette. I remember it very, very vividly because of how scary and how scared I was at that time. Okay, I saw him in my dream. He was sitting at my dining table. So my dining table is actually really near my living room. My dining table is here and my living room is like here. It's like not that far away anyways. So I'm sleeping in my living room, and in my dream I saw the fedora hat male was sitting down on the chair at the dining table, and he was like literally like staring at me, like, though it's a silhouette, though I cannot really see, but the way the fedora hat is facing, it's like facing towards me, and I was so scared. I jerked up. I literally like just, and then I look at the dining table, and then there was no one there, and the lights were on. The everything, like my furniture positions, everything is the same. Like nothing changed, and the way I sleep and the way I sleep in the dream as well. Oh yeah, this is my dog. This is Coco. So when I jumped up and saw that nothing was there, I actually went back to sleep. Yeah. So just now I explained my dining table, where my dining area is and where my living room is, right? So actually in between those two areas, there's another staircase that leads to upper floor. So when I went back to sleep, that male fedora hat male was actually in at the bottom of the staircase in my dream. So it was getting closer and closer and closer to me, which is for me like okay. Anyways, and then I actually opened my eyes and I look at the staircase area again. So the staircase light was not even on. Okay, it was not on, so it was pretty dark at the stairs area. But I could see the silhouette in my dream, yet I woke up and I couldn't see anything because the dining table, the dining area's lights were on. So it lit up the stairs pretty well, the bottom of the stairs, not the whole stairs. So yeah, and I saw nothing was there and I think, oh, there's nothing to worry about, it's just a dream anyways. So it happened twice already and I still thought it was a dream. Yet when I sleep back, some of you might think, Sherry, you're so stupid, why do you even sleep back? Go sleep in your room. Yeah, I actually slept back because I was so tired that I didn't want to move. Okay, I didn't want to move to anywhere else. I just wanted to sleep back in the living room. So yeah, I did. I slept back in the living room, and that's when this is the scariest part in that dream. I'll show you an example. So my TV is here, okay, and I'm sleeping like this, and then the fedora head male is here, like literally like next to my feet, yes. And I try to like try to see what he's trying to do, but he's not doing anything. He's just standing there like literally looking at me, and he's not like short, he's like really tall male silhouette. For that 3 times he actually got like closer and closer and closer to me, but luckily it's not to my face, it's to my feet, okay. And yeah, how I sense that male silhouette as is actually something more like a, I think I'm scaring myself, but I feel like it's more like a Death Reaper. You know how Death Reaper are all full in black robe, but yeah, that's how I felt like it was. I don't feel like it's some kind of angel, because angels are usually I mean this is such a stereotype, but angels are usually white, dressed in white, except for Pontianak though. Yeah, so I'm a bit confused, but I don't sense it as something good. I sense it as something bad, but not necessarily something evil. Another one was I was sleeping in my room, and actually this one happened in my room, and I dreamt of a little kid. And so I actually have a younger sister who passed away after a month being born. That's why I don't really talk about her that much, but yeah, she's still in my heart and in my mind. Sleeping in my room very peacefully, I was sleeping very well, and then out of nowhere I started dreaming of me playing with a little girl. So I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just my little sister, my late sister, who wanted to play with her big sister. So after playing for about a while, she started to turn into a ghostly kid. Yeah, it was not like those playful fun, but it's more dark energy, ghostly. I was so scared that I was if I'm not wrong, if I can recall, we were actually just holding hands together and just playing like that, and out of nowhere she started to turn into something very ghostly, bad ghost. Yeah, so I just like let go of my hand at that moment, and trust me, it was so scary that I woke up, and yeah, I'm like, thank God I didn't see anything like that. Most recently I actually had another sleep paralysis, and it's like, I think it's about 2 weeks ago now. That's my most recent sleep paralysis. So actually before I fell asleep, I already sensed something is gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna be a bad dream, if it's gonna be a scary dream. I didn't know if it's anything like that. but I already sensed that it was something supernatural. After falling asleep for about just a few seconds, I don't think it's even 1 minute, I started to have sleep paralysis. Maybe some of you might think that, oh, you're just not sensing stuff, it's just that you think too much. Yeah, you can be a non-believer all you want, okay, but I do believe in these kind of things. So for me, these things do exist. Besides that sleep paralysis, I think I was about 16 or 17, around that age, okay. And again, I was watching TV. I was actually watching a horror movie at the time, out of nowhere. So my TV is here, okay. My TV is here, and I'm like lying down here, okay. And my main entrance door is right here, okay. So I could see my main entrance door from the side of my eye, okay. So I didn't actually see anything. Wait for it. There was a loud banging on my main entrance door, and my main door is actually wood. So imagine how loud the banging was. And it was just not like one bang. It was like 2-3 bangs. Yeah, it was 2-3 bangs. I don't know what, but I felt like the door shook. Yeah, I felt like the door shook with the banging. And yeah, I was so scared that I just turned my head and looked down, because I could see like the outside a bit near, like with a small slit there. So I could see, and I saw like a shadow just walking around, and I thought it can't be human, because honestly, if it was a robber, why would robber knock on my door, bang on my door that hard? And I didn't have the guts to go see from the window. So I just sat still, like I don't know what to do. And like the movie is still playing, okay. So I was trying to like not to breathe, or at the same time I was trying to just keep quiet. But yeah, the movie was playing, and I realized the movie was still playing even though I was quiet. I went and checked the remote. Like the remote was just next to me, okay. I just literally like, and then I went and took the remote, and I just mute the whole movie. It was dead silence, right? I didn't see the shadow anymore. But after a while, I heard like one more bang, like boom, like trust me, that bang made me like run up to my room without even switching off the TV. Trust me, I didn't even manage to switch off the TV because I was so scared. So the movie was still playing, and I was in the room already. So the next day, I actually told everyone, and they're like, oh no, I didn't hear any door banging or anything like that. My house is pretty small, okay. It's pretty small that if the door bangs, the whole house can hear. And at that night, I felt like it was so loud that the whole house could have heard it. But when I told everyone about it, they said no one heard it. And I was like, I was not even dreaming. I was not even dreaming, because I remember myself watching the TV at that time. That's the one in my house. And in my previous video, I did mention that some things did happen as well when I was in Genting. The first one was I heard whispers in my room while I was watching movie on my laptop. I think I was watching K-drama at that time. So it was Korean, okay? When I fell asleep while watching the movie, I actually heard whispers in my ears, like both sides of my ears. So I heard the whispers, and then I woke up, and then I'm like, oh, maybe it's just the movie, the drama that was playing. Like unconsciously, I still heard them in my sleep. So I just turned off my drama and went back to sleep, right? So when I went back to sleep, that's when I heard the whispers again, and it was getting closer. It was a male and a female getting closer to my ear, literally whispering such gibberish sounds. I have no idea what they were talking about, and that's why I said I thought maybe it's my movie, because Koreans, since I don't understand Korean, I don't speak Korean, so I wouldn't understand what they're talking about, right? But when I turned off the movie, I still heard the same thing, except it went closer to my ears. Like, can you believe, like male and a female, like one side each, and they were like and I'm like then I woke up and I'm like, pretty sure that's not my drama now. I'm pretty sure that was not my drama playing anymore, because I turned it off, and the moment I woke up, all my devices were off. Actually, okay, the one that I said I got physically attacked was these two experiences. So one is actually, okay, I was walking in the mall, okay, okay, let me just have a brief explanation on what happened at that time. So it was after all those whispers and shadows, and this incident actually happened. So I was actually, after my lunch break, I wanted to go back to the store, right? And as I was walking in the mall, going to the store, I felt like a burning sensation in my tummy area, and I was like did I eat something wrong? But it didn't feel like I have like a stomach ache or anything like that. It didn't feel like food poisoning. It felt like I had a scratch on my skin. It was that burning sensation. I went straight to the toilet and I checked, and trust me, I was so scared. I straight away called my mom and I took picture for her, but I couldn't find a picture anymore as it was 5 years ago. I think more, about 7 years ago maybe. So yeah, I saw that I had this long ass scratch on my tummy all the way to my below my belly button area. So it was that long. I think it was quite long, and I took picture for it for my mom. And that time when I took picture, it was slowly forming the scratch line. I was thinking, right, there's no way I could have scratched myself, because Genting is cold and I'm wearing something thick. Okay, even if my nails were to scratch myself, my hand would have to go inside my clothes to scratch it myself, and I didn't even touch any of my body skin at that time. What more to say, in my thick clothes at that time, right? Another physical experience that I had was when I was in my room. I was sleeping. So okay, this is how the bed position is before I continue how it works. Okay, so my bed is like right here, and my colleague's bed is like next to me, right? And there's a gap in between us. Okay, and this is like our wardrobe, and this is like another wardrobe. So there's a space like in between us and in between the wardrobes. So I was sleeping, my colleague was sleeping, and out of nowhere in that dream, I could see like a lady dressed in all white, covering her face with her hair, black hair, and yeah, so she was coming out of the wall. Like, she was literally like this, where my bed is, okay? She was coming out of the wall, and then she went and turned to this side. Okay, this is still in my dream. Okay, she went in between me and my colleagues. Guess what? She went in between me and my colleagues, and she turned to me. She took my hand, and I was still dreaming. Okay, she took my hand. She pulled me out of my bed. I was, it felt so real that when I woke up, guess what? My hand was literally next to my bed, dropping out of my bed. Yes, it felt so legit. I was so scared. Oh my god. I was so scared that I didn't know what to do. So I actually opened up my laptop and started opening videos of prayers, and just sleep it through, because I don't know what to do. What should I do? Leave a comment down below on what I should do if those things happen, or maybe someone else who experience it next time might know how to overcome that. So believe it or not, I had an experience of growing up with the surrounding and families of, I would say, bomos and spiritual healers. So some of them that I know are actually the Buddhist ones, and some are actually the Malay ones. So those Buddhist and Malay one, I don't want to say much about it, but the Malays, they do believe that they are possessed by jinns. It's not up for me to say whether it's a good jinn or a bad jinn, but if they heal people, I'm guessing it's a good jinn, right? I mean, if they heal people for good reasons, for good deeds, they are probably good jinns, right? But for the Chinese one, I don't know that much about Buddhists, so I don't dare to say much. But if you guys do know, please do give me those knowledge of what other spiritual healers for Chinese are like. I mean, I do understand that they are possessed by their gods, right? You know what? I'm just gonna stop there. I don't want to say any more because I'm scared that I might offend someone because of my lack of knowledge for this type of things. So there was this one time where I actually followed my family to a house. It was a house on a hill. I still remember quite vividly. It was a house on a hill. So I went there with my family, and at that time they said they wanted to help this girl. So at that time I was still small, so I didn't really understand. Okay, I was like 5, 6, maybe around that age. And I remember it pretty clearly. It's because, if you guys don't believe me, you guys can call my mom. My mom was there. So the reason why I actually say I'm no longer a skeptic, and why I remember so clearly, even when I was only 5 or 6 at that time, I saw the possessed girl. Yes, it's scary, okay? Experiencing it myself and looking at someone possessed is two different experiences. Let me tell you that the amount of creepiness there is, the scariness there is two different things. Yeah, so what happened was I went there and the girl started shrieking, the girl started screaming, laughing like a witch out of nowhere. And then, you know how some people who are possessed, they tend to get really physically strong? So she was so strong that she pushed away all the men that was there at that time, because they did this exorcism, I would say. It's actually unauthorized exorcism, so I don't know how they managed to do it, but anyways, they were doing it in the dining area, okay? And I was in the living room, so we were all sitting in the living room, the one that are not spiritual healers, okay? In a way, we're just spectators. The girl was so strong, pushed everyone away, went to the living room, started jumping around. Legit, she started crawling and jumping around and laughing, shrieking. I was so scared. I was 5 or 6, man. Imagine how scared I was at that moment. I was so scared. And then she suddenly stopped, and then she turned to me, and then luckily my mom was next to me. My mom, the moment she turned, my mom grabbed me and closed my eyes. Yeah, and she was crawling towards me at that time. And when my mom closed my eyes, she was close enough that I could hear her laughing in my face. I'm pretty, I got goosebumps. Okay, I'm pretty creeped out right now, so I don't want to elaborate on how she laughed. After she did that to me, they actually managed to hold her down. So when they held her down, they couldn't move her to another place anymore. So they had to do the exorcism right in front of us. That's why I say I'm never a skeptic. Okay, ever since I was 5 or 6, I was never a skeptic. I'm always a believer. And please, if you do go haunted stuff, comment down below and I might join you. Though my mom forbids me from going these kind of things, but I would love to try one day, actually. Anyways, why I tell you my mom forbids is because I'm actually spiritually weak. Yeah, so this is why. I am spiritually weak. So I'm easily affected by all this stuff. But then, okay, actually my family said I'm spiritually weak. But for me, it felt more like a sixth sense, more like a gift. Why I said it's more a gift? Because I can sense things even though I don't want to, but I can sense things. Like, I think spiritually weak is just that you are easily affected. But yes, I am easily affected, but trust me, whenever I go to new places, any new places, I actually can sense if something is there. I'll get goosebumps, my neck hair will stand. Yeah, no. I don't know which am I. Am I spiritually weak or am I gifted? Who knows? So, not to mention how much I love watching horror movies. I'm pretty sure you can tell by me falling asleep in front of the TV while watching horror movies and stuff like that. Yeah, my favorite is actually Ghost Adventures. Or, oh, you guys can watch for my next video. Wait for my next video, which is my favorite YouTubers, and one of them is actually ghost hunting. Who? Which channel? Okay, I'll just give it to you now, but I'll tell you why in the next video, but I'll just give it to you. Who is it? It's Sam and Colby. I've always watched them for a few years now, and yeah, even there's a few more ghost hunting channel that I watch every week. But yeah, that's for you to know in my next video. Honestly, I'm ready for the thrill. I'm not ready for the scary part. I want to go for the thrill, okay? So any of you who want to go like those haunted places, I've never tried it personally. I've never been to any haunted places. But for those of you who want to go, can invite me. And I might join you. So how I handle all this now, if I still do experience those kind of things, right? So how I handle it now is actually I just pray. Yeah. Nothing is more powerful than prayers in those cases. Okay? Nothing is more powerful than prayers. So just pray. Stay spooky, guys. Goodbye bye. I wish all my viewers, all of you, to have a great life, to only spread positivity and love and radiate happiness to everyone around you, your surrounding, and even strangers. So don't forget to stay tuned for my next video and subscribe. Thanks for watching.